back to my channel, and this is royaltehillah TV Reacts. On this channel, I react to some beautiful music and mind-blowing performances. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, you're super welcome, guys. Do not forget to smash that subscribe button. You really need to. And what? Turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop any beautiful video on this channel. Today, I'll be reacting to Elvis Presley and the Black community too. Without no further ado, if you're here to check up the first one, the part one I've done, Elvis Presley and the Black community, that's Echo Will Never Die. You can check it out from this, and I'll also make it a link to this suggested here. I'll also suggest it after the ending of this video. Without no further ado, let's dive into the video.
The first time I met Elvis, I was in Las Vegas in the 70s. I was the conductor and music director for B.B. King, the blues act. We were opening in the Las Vegas Hilton's main room as the opening act for. Well, we had no idea Elvis was there, nor did she, so we were watching her act from backstage. And in her act, she walked around the main room in the audience, and she always stopped at this certain table.
That morning when I walked into the dining room, I spoke. I said, "Good morning." He said, "Good morning." I said, "What are we going to have for breakfast this morning?" He said, "Fried peanut butter and banana sandwich." And I looked at him. I said, "What?" He said, "Fried peanut butter and banana sandwich." I said, "I never heard of it." The first time I went in, fixed the sandwich and put it on the tray and brought it back, that wasn't right. His father was sitting there, and he said, "Mary, I'm going with you and help you, and let's see, maybe both of us can get it right." I said, "Okay." Then he said, "Let's toast the bread first." So we toast the bread and then spread the peanut butter on it and sliced the bananas and put on it, and put them into the skillet and kept turning them with the spatula and turned them till they got heated all the way through.
Wow.
Then I take them and cut them, put them on the platter and taking them back to me. And he said, "That's what I want, that's right." And then smile.
Life, but he'll always live because of the fact he was such a beautiful man. I don't care what nobody say. I know Elvis. You know, there are a lot of rumors. Elvis and I used to sing spiritual together. And he kept me from being number one. I was number one soul and he was number one world. And it took a long time, but it's almost like the two rental cars. It made me try harder. And I love Elvis for it. And we'll always pray for Elvis.
Do you remember that? Do you remember? It wasn't actually, you don't really meet Elvis, you actually just look at Elvis. Okay? My mother sang with Elvis for years. Yeah. She and her group, they were called the Sweet Inspirations. They also sang for Aretha for many, many years. On most of the, in the 60s, they were on all of Aretha songs. Well, Elvis took a liking to them, and my mom sang with him for many years. And they were very close. Yeah. I just remember at one point being in a room, and we were all in this room, my mother and the singers, and the usually backstage kind of thing. And he just walks in the room with his mink on, with his glasses on. Oh my God. And he just walks in, he says something, and everybody just, you don't say anything, you just look. It was just one of those moments I won't forget as a kid. It wasn't like, "Hi, Mr. Elvis, nice to meet you." You didn't do that. You just sat back and just looked at him.
Amazing.
Amazing to look at.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Wow.
And just to be in his presence was awesome.
Tell me about that.
Well, when they first called, the girl said, "Elvis Presley, oh my God, what are we going to do?" I said, "Hey, it's a good and it's a good one." So we went, and when we got there, it was nothing like what we might have thought, because it was just wonderful. It was really wonderful. He was into gospel. So every once in a while when we finished rehearsing with him, we just sing gospel, all of us, And we just had a good time. Good money and good pay and good, it was nice atmosphere, and we didn't go around with him as his friends. We worked for him. So we saw him at work or at rehearsals. So I don't know what he did in between, nor did I care. I just doing what I was supposed to do, and we were.
Sweet Inspirations.
Times we've talked on television and had interview situations, I've never asked you about Elvis.
What you want to know?
When did that all start? When did the whole love for Elvis begin?
He teases me about Elvis all the time.
But
And
never
says,
on the air. Never.
No, what he says, like, if Elvis was alive now, he says, man, you wouldn't even hang out with Elvis. I said, yes, I wish it, man. Elvis would be in the lobby of your house, like, say, man, is it there? And I would be in the room, hey, what's going on, man? He told me to come over. Well, I know what's going on. All right. But when I was a kid, see, Elvis Presley to me, it's his presence, I think it is. I don't think anyone in this business has had as much presence as Elvis. I don't think anyone's had as strong a presence. I think there have been entertainers. I think Michael Jackson's the only entertainer who's ever been more famous than him. But I think Elvis has more presence. Like when Elvis walked in the room, everybody just looked at Elvis. You know, when he was on the screen, you looked at Elvis. He just had this thing about him. And he was going through all this stuff with drugs and all this craziness, but on screen and on stage, he always looked like he was in control. You know, and that's amazing because it was this war going on inside this guy. And I'm just fascinated.
You know, because the black community obviously felt that we shouldn't be doing it. So Ebony Magazine, in fact, called us and wanted to know, we got a lot, why are you singing with Elvis Presley? You know, why not? and sometimes we get shot back with, well, you know what he said about black people. Yeah, I heard that story too. But I also heard the one he said about Mexican people. It's the same story. What he said about the story is, Elvis Presley said, all a black person, I'm using that, can do for me is shine my shoes. Mexicans have the story. All a Mexican can do for me is shine my shoes. That's also attributed to Elvis. Yeah, that's a story, that's a rumor made up by some rock and roll singer who wanted to be where Elvis was, I suppose. Because as far as I'm concerned, Elvis treated us royally. And if he said it, I don't care, because there's things that I've said I don't want anybody repeating.
That's true.
I'm going to be an Elvis impersonator.
Obviously, you see the irony here. You've got a black man imitating a white man who sounded like a black man.
I respect Elvis for what he did for music. You know, he opened a lot of doors for a lot of folks back there during the time when they wouldn't even, quote unquote, play the music on radio. So this is a tribute to Elvis.
At first, yes.
Yeah, they said he's playing black music. He's a white guy.
Yeah, but see, at first he was playing more like rockabilly. He wasn't really getting into the things that he started to do later. But when he started to do that, then he started to turn heads, including mine.
Yeah, it did? So
yes.
What did you see then?
I saw that he had everything. The looks, he had the talent.
He had the rhythm,
He had
the soul.
He had everything. To me, he had everything. You know, you started looking at the guys, God almighty, he's handsome, he's tall, he looks good, he can sing, he can play.
Got a lot of women.
Well, I didn't see, you know, I didn't see women disliking him, but he was just, I didn't see him after them either. But I guess had I been handsome like that, I probably would have.
Black cats, keep away from me. Take my advice, go shinny up a tree. I've got hard luck, the hardest kind of luck you'll find. I ain't lying, I've got the bluest kind of blues.
In the 60s and early 70s, when tensions between blacks and whites were at an all-time high, Elvis demonstrated his desire for racial reconciliation in the musicians that he chose and the treatment they received.
He believed that he had a certain connection with God, not so much more than anybody else did, but in his search, he was trying to get close to God. So he felt that by helping others, maybe that was his mission.
Different than other kids I grew up with. I'd hang around parts of Tupelo my folks never even knew about. If Mama had known where I was half the time, I would have caught hell for it. This friend of mine used to take me across town to an area called Shake Rag. And that was when I first heard the blues.
This is the house that Elvis bought for me. He bought it in 1974.
Wow.
And he came and picked the house out for me. And I liked it, and he liked it. So he said, well, Mary, this is your house, if you like it. I told him I loved it. It was really nice.
There must be lights burning brighter somewhere. Got to be birds flying higher in a sky more blue. If I can dream of a better land where all my brothers walk hand in hand, tell me why, oh why can't my dream come true?
Beautiful. This is so beautiful. Why can't my dream come true? I'm sure now his dream has come true. This is purely amazing, and I'm so excited to be one of those reactors that is going to be reacting to this. Just like I'm also a gospel singer, and I know what it takes actually to come out of the main thing you've known other do, like singing hymns and thereabout. And bringing gospel, bringing rock and roll into gospel is a whole lot of task, and changing people's mind to accept who you are now or what you're doing. Absolutely. Well, that's a kind of thing. I picked something from one of those people speaking out here. She was like that he got a close relationship with God, and I think one of the way you could serve God better is to help others. This is not you don't need an angel to appear to you to tell you this is what you should do or that is what you should do. The Bible says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. The main thing there is the love. For you to show that you're a child of God or you love God, you have to love your neighbor. And that is why I said love your neighbor as yourself. You can't segregate your neighbors like I only love the whites, or I only love the black, or I only love those that sing this way, or I only love those that act this way. The clause there is that love your neighbor as yourself. I really do enjoy watching this video, setting aside the most beautiful voice of Percy, the energy he imputes into his songs, the mind putting all of himself, showing love to others, those around him. There's one thing people outside, especially celebrities and all, you see them on stage and people see the uniqueness in them. They are very happy. But those indoor with them, I mean, those their group members, if you ask them, what are you to say about this? Not being sweetening mouthing, talking about them. They would like to say some shit about them because that is actually what it is. But those closer to him and those far from him could actually testify that he's God's saint and he actually did what he think God has sent him to do. This is just purely amazing. I'm so excited to actually listen to this. And if you have watched this point and you are yet to check up the part 1, guys, kindly smash this video. I'm gonna be suggesting it just after this video. You can watch it and watch other Elvis Presley video I have on this channel. If you want to support me, like I said, I'm also a gospel singer, but I need a lot of resources to actually bring out my goodness, and I would appreciate you if you can help me or send me an email for us to discuss and bring out the goodness in me. You can send this to this email and I'll surely reply to you ASAP. I have a membership tab on this channel: Royal Bronze, Gold, Silver, and Gold. I also have my Patreon. It's on my description box. You can check it out and support this channel in any little way you can. Till I see you in my next video, guys. Signing out. Ciao, ciao.